Yes, to the Orlando Huskies franchise, and it is week 2 of season 3. And this week we're taking on the Commanders on the road. Big news for us, we do have Jason Blacklock back, as that's going to help our young quarterback Tyreek Givens out a lot, as both teams are 0-1 on the season, both looking for their first win. Larson, the starting QB for the Commanders, coming out onto the field. 21 of 25, 222 for 3 touchdowns last week. First time we're playing the Commanders in this franchise. It's now going to be a 1st and 10 from the 25. Larson's in gun here. Hands the ball off to the running back on the first play. Finally brought Bowers down after a 13-yard gain. It's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Larson in gun once again. Hand the ball off to Bowers. Bowers makes a couple of moves and finally brought Buchanan 20-yard rush. Not Bowers. Looks like the Commanders might have a committee in the backfield. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42. Larson under center. They're going to go with their 3rd straight run, but Grimes and Wiggins there to bring Bowers down for only a gain of 1. It's now going to be a 2nd and 9 from the 41. I formation here for the Commanders. And CJ Hunter comes in screaming. Bro got away from the sack, and Shane O'Neal is burnt downfield. Dan Walsh with a touchdown. What a play by Larson to break the sack and find the open receiver downfield. Just poor tackling and really bad man coverage from Shane O'Neal right there. As he's got to step it up. We have a couple young players behind him, as Haywood returning the kick instead of Gage. It's a little shocking. Gage might have been a little tired. But Tyreek Givens coming out now. He played okay in week 1. He did get hurt late in that one. Josh had to come in. 11 of 25, 192, and a touchdown. See if he could get the offense going a little bit earlier than he did last week. But 1st and 10 from the 20 now. Hands the ball off to Drew Stevens, who has a hole. Stevens powers his way for about 9.5. Stevens had a decent week last week. Couldn't really get him the ball a ton as we went down big early. It's now 2nd and inches from the 30-yard line. Stevens gets the ball once again, tries to truck through a couple defenders. Only a 2-yard gain on the play. Huskies gonna go in an empty set here. 1st and 10 from the 31. Hunter sits right down in the zone. With Givens hits him. 6-yard gain on the play. And the offense is starting to move a little bit. It's gonna be a 2nd and 4 from the 37. Givens in gun. Play action pass here. Givens hits Jason Blacklock on the slant, who is hit hard. Coming back from that dislocated knee. First catch of the season for Jason Blacklock, and we expect a big season out of him. Even with the missed game, but 1st and 10 from the 49 now. Givens to Connor Kelly. An absolute dime by Givens as the blitz was coming in. Completion. And now the Huskies are on the verge of being in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 25. Givens under center. Play action pass here. Givens just checks it down to Jamal Lacey, who hangs on to it. As we'll take a look at the Huskies draft class, we had Frank Webster, Steven Sand, Javon Young, Pat McClellan, Tyreek Givens, just to name a few out of that draft class. It's now 2nd and 10 from the 25. They send the blitz on the play. Jason Blacklock with a good hands catch on 2nd and 10 to make it 3rd and 5. Looks like man across the board here for Washington. It's actually a blitz. Givens tries to go underneath 200. It's going to be a 4th and 2. The Huskies offense will stay on the field here. 4th and 2. From the 16. Kylo across the middle. Catches, hangs onto it down to the 2-yard line. As Givens put that ball on the money. As Givens is having a really nice game so far. 7 for 7. 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Eric Franklin coming in motion. Hands the ball off to Drew Stevens, who walks into the end zone to tie this game for the Huskies. 7-7. An easy offensive drive there for the Huskies. Did whatever they wanted. Same elite kick is up. Almost pulled that too far to the right, but it is good. As now the Huskies defense will have to try and answer. As now it's Washington's going to begin their drive at the 25-yard line. See what this defense could do here. 1st and 10 from the 25. Larson switching to play at the line. As what a route, as Gage Bloodgood is torched on that route. Gage was playing the outside and receiver Maxwell broke it inside. As it's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 49 now. As a blitz came in hot from McMillan, forces Larson to overthrow his receiver. It's going to be a 2nd and 10 now from the 49-yard line. Larson going back under center here. Larson hits his receiver up the seam. Wilcox makes the tackle down to the 19. Goddard just with a good catch on that play. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 19 now. Tied game, but the Huskies defense is struggling early in this one. First and 10 from the 19. Switching the play at the line of scrimmage. As Wilcox drops a pick on 1st and 10. They tried to go up the seam, but Wilcox read it perfectly, dropped a pick though. Would have gave the Huskies new life in this one. As Johnson makes a great tackle on Bowers on 2nd and 10. Gaining nothing on the play. Now it's going to be a 3rd and 10 from the 19-yard line. Have to get pressure on the quarterback here. It's an RPO here. Shane and Johnson able to bring down the receiver only for a gain of 4. And it looks like Washington's going to have to settle for a field goal here. It is up, and it's right down the middle. McKee extends Washington's lead, makes it 10-7. The Huskies are getting the kick, and Haywood is back there once again. The CPU might have changed that because I didn't touch that. But Haywood brings it down to the 21-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 21. Bunch to the right. As Givens is going to have to roll out the pocket. As he sees Damian Harrison downfield, who ends up dropping it. Wouldn't have mattered anyways, as Tyree Givens was above the line of scrimmage. It's now going to be a 2nd and 10 from the 21. Empty set here for the Huskies. It's Hunter Purcell's wide open across the middle, has room to run. Hunter down to about the 42-yard line. Great catch and throw by Hunter and Tyree Givens. Givens has started off really hot this game. 1st and 10 from the 42. Damian Harrison in motion. Hands the ball off to Drew Stevens, and Stevens had a nice hole on that one. Bring it down to the 43-yard line. And the offense has finally awakened in this season. 1st and 10 from the 43. As the O-line gives out, Steve Givens fumbles, strip sack as he was trying to roll out the pocket and use his speed, and that's just a rookie mistake you see there. And now Washington is going to have a chance to extend their lead even more. As Larson switching to play at the line. The pressure is coming in. There was multiple Huskies on that one coming in. Larson's just going to have to roll out to the left and throw it away. It's going to be a 2nd and 10 from the 37. Checks it down on 2nd and 10. Able to pick up 8 on the play though. Brings it to a 3rd and 2 from the 29. And a great play, but they don't give him the spot. That's a questionable call as Bowers was over the line of scrimmage, and they are going to challenge it. And they do end up reversing the call, giving them the 1st down. It's now going to be 1st and 10 from the 26. Empty set here for Larson's. As McMillan, decent coverage, but just a bad throw by Larson on the play, overthrew the player. It's now going to be a 2nd and 10. Larson under center with 3 tight ends on the field. It's a play action pass here. And a wide open tight end cross the middle, Walsh down to the 3, and he's had a big game so far. First and goal from the 3. They hand the ball off, and Caden able to bring him Buchanan down at the 1-yard line before he gets into the end zone. It's going to be a 2nd and goal from the 1. And Johnson with a great stop on a diving Bowers on 2nd and 1 there. It's going to be a 3rd and goal from the 1. 2-minute warning before that play though. See if the Commanders switch their mind on the play call. Looks like they did a little bit. They're going to go with a bunch formation here. From the 1, and it's a toss play, and there's nobody out there for the Huskies. Touchdown Washington. They're going up 17-7 in this one after the strip sack. Defense hasn't really been able to stop this Washington offense yet all game, and McKee's going to kick this one deep to Haywood. He's going to bring this one out. Unable to break the first tackle. Down to the 20. And here comes Givens after that strip sack. Just has to be able to hang on to the ball better, as it's a 1st and 10 from the 20 now. Washington sent a blitz, and it's picked off, trying to go up the field just behind Hunter. And Washington will start at the 21-yard line. And what a great start for this Huskies offense is slowly starting to devour away. 1st and 10 from the 21 now. as Wilcox could have jumped that as he was in great position, just didn't react in time as Walsh with another catch for Washington, bringing them down to the 13. It's now going to be a 2nd and 2 from the 13. Washington in the red zone, chewing some clock. As Green now drops a pick. Keenan Green, our new slot corner, signed him in free agency, now drops a pick right there. As the Huskies send a blitz and a good deflection by, I believe, that was Green again, who deflected that ball out and nearly picked off by multiple Huskies as his defense holds them to 3 once more. Keeping this offense in it, but this offense is going to have to get going. And Givens is going to have to forget about those 2 turnovers. Huskies going to get this kick. Haywood's going to have a chance to return this one. The kick returners have been unable to break the first tackle most of the time, and it's really been affecting the kick returning game. But it's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. Givens hits Kylo underneath. Kylo catches it for a gain of 7. 2nd and 3 now from the 30-yard line. Kylo drops that one on 2nd and 3, was open. Givens put it on the money. Kylo was hit hard from behind. Was unable to hang on to it. It's now a 3rd and 3 from the 30-yard line. As Givens overthrows that one under pressure. And the Huskies are going to have to punt this ball back to Washington, who has 3 timeouts. They're only going to have about 20 seconds left. And nearly blocked. Because I don't know how that's not a penalty on Washington as he destroyed our punter right there. Nearly blocked though. They're going to have the ball 1st and 10 from the 22 with 19 seconds left in this half. It's a group effort on the tackle right there from Wilcox, Shane, and CJ Hunter, and they're not going to run another one. They're just going to let this one go in the half with the 13-point lead. Huskies are going to have to figure something out in the second half. And it's going to start probably picking right back up with the run game. Probably give the ball to Drew Stevens a little bit more, take it off of the rookie quarterback a little bit. As Haywood still back there to begin this half. Takes it a couple yards deep from the end zone. Haywood fighting for extra yards, is able to bring it to the 26, and here comes Givens. Gonna have to figure it out this half. They're gonna start from the 26-yard line. They're gonna hand the ball off to Drew Stevens, who has a big hole to the left side, and Stevens stiff arms one man. He dribbled him and down to the 42-yard line, and Stevens having a great game, just hasn't really gotten the touches. It's gonna be a 1st and 10 from the 42 now. And Stevens back to the left side. The left side's really opening some big holes. That is Daniel Fernandez and Simon Matthews on the left side, really creating some big holes. And now on 1st and 10, the Huskies go to an empty set here. As Givens finds Hunter, hangs onto it, first down, Huskies. They're moving this ball quickly this drive, and they're moving efficiently. It's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 33. As Givens just didn't put enough on it under pressure. It's going to be a 2nd and 10 from the 33. Givens under center here. Hands ball off to Stevens. It's going to be a 3rd and 10 from the 33. Empty set here for the Huskies. Can they convert? As Hunter was wide open, might have been a touchdown, but the offensive line gave out. And they're going to have to settle for 3. Sammy Leaks coming off for a 50-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up. And it's good, and the Huskies bring it to a 10-point game. Huskies are going to have to get a stop on defense if they want to stay alive in this one. As Commanders will start their drive from the 25-yard line. See what they do in their first drive in the second half as Larson coming out in gun. Bowers in the backfield. And the Huskies send a blitz, nearly got to Larson, but ends up throwing it away as a great blitz by the Huskies and Green to come in on that one. It's going to be a 2nd and 10 from the 25. As a broken tackle there, finally able to get breaking down. But a first down for this Washington offense once again. It's going to be a 2nd and 10 or 1st and 10 from the 37. As Dillon just unable to stop the quick out from Goddard. Another catch for him on the play, on the game. It's just too easy for this Commanders offense right now. 2nd and inches from the 47. Is a bad throw by Larson right there. Threw it behind Bradshaw. A gauge on the coverage. The blitz was coming in. Maybe he had to throw it too quickly because of the blitz. It's going to be a 3rd and inches now from the 47. As Wiggins and Shane, mostly Wiggins, trips him up and able to stop him short of the first down line. And the Commanders are going to have to punt this ball deep. And the Huskies defense helps out the offense. See if the offense could score, capitalize on this defensive stop. As they'll begin this drive at the 20-yard line. As Drew Stevens having a great game on the ground so far. Have to get him the ball a little bit more. Just 7 carries in this one is unacceptable with how he's been killing them. 1st and 10 from the 20 now. Hands the ball off to Stevens, who sees a hole. Just runs straight into the defensive tackle though. Godwin. It's going to be a 2nd and 7 from the 23 now. Hands the ball off back to Drew Stevens, who has a big hole. As you see the block from Simon Matthews, just a great block to get to the next level. And Stevens down to the 40 after a 17-yard gain. It's 1st and 10 from the 40 now. Givens under center here. Play action pass. As Givens just barely misses Kylo. And after those 2 turnovers, Givens has really struggled. It's going to be a 1st or 2nd and 10 from the 40-yard line. As Givens puts it on the money for Damien on that one. Damien unable to hang on to it as he gets hit hard. But that one you can't really blame Givens on that. He put that on the money. Just unable to hang on to it is Damian Harrison. It's going to be a 3rd and 10 from the 40 now. That's Connor Kelly with a great catch. Great throw by Givens on that one. Connor with an even better catch. It's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 46. Stevens fighting for every yard. He only gets 1 on that play as he's met at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a 2nd and 9 from the 46 now. As Givens puts that one on the money to Kylo, who gets his knee down. It's going to be 3rd and inches now from the 36. Trips to the left for Givens here. It's a read option, and Givens hits the outside, hits his burst of speed, and dives down for a gain of 12. And great play by Givens, and that's something we haven't seen in this offense. Gives life that Josh didn't have, or Jeff Dean didn't have. No one really had that burst of speed that Givens has, as Hunter had a good route, ball put right on him, just good coverage, and he ends up dropping it on that one. It's now going to be a 2nd and 10 from the 24. Givens back under center here. It's a play action pass. Puts it on the money for Jamal, who's able to pick up 4 on the play. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. Huskies down 10 in this one, but in the red zone. Looking to make it a 1-score game here. Givens back under center on 3rd and 6. It's a play action pass here. As he has Hunter wide open across the middle. Hits him. Hunter fumbles the ball into the end zone. Oh no. And Washington picked it up, and they are running and finally tackled by Damian Harrison at the 41-yard line. As we're going to see if we could challenge that, and we can't challenge it. As they are calling it a fumble, but I don't know. That looked very questionable. As now the Huskies defense is going to have to answer once again. Only a 1-yard catch on 1st down here. It's going to be a 2nd and 9 from the 42. Larson switching something at the line here. Shane can't bring him down. Broken tackle after broken tackle. Finally, Wilcox brings him down at the 44. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 44 now. Larson under center. Switching something at the line. As Wiggins is beat by Walsh on the play. And just Walsh is having himself a day. He has that long touchdown, 7 catches, 108 on the game. Having a great day for Walsh. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 22 now. His ball off to Bowers. Bowers only able to pick up 5 on the 1st down play. 2nd and 5 from the 16 now. See if this defense could get a stop here. 2nd and 5 from the 16. Gonna have to force a 3. They want to stay alive in this one, and CJ Hunter dives and tackles Buchanan at the 5, saving a touchdown on that one. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 5 now. Gage pushes the receiver out at the 1. It's not looking good for this Huskies defense. Larson under center here. And it's a walk-in touchdown for Bowers. Commanders take a 27-10 lead after the Hunter fumble. Questionable call. I don't believe it was a fumble, but nonetheless, Washington takes advantage of it. Haywood's gonna fair catch that one in the end zone. And the Huskies will start at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 25 now. Empty set here for Givens. As he hits Hunter, who just drops the ball. What an ugly drop from Hunter. An absolute dime from Givens on 1st down. Ugly drop from Hunter right there. That is just unacceptable. Hunter is open once again, catches that one and has room to run. Hunter down to the 47-yard line. 22-yard pickup for Hunter on that one. Hunter's open often. He just has to shore up his hands a little bit more, as it's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 47. Single high look here for the Huskies as they throw one up to Jason Blacklock. Just a good play by Whittington on the outside. Breaks that one up. going to be a 2nd and 10 now from the 47. Preston on the outside. But Damian Harrison wide open across the middle of the field. Face mask and all down. It's going to extend that play even more. Going to put the Huskies at the 10-yard line here. But Donovan Wheeler, our starting right guard, is hurt. And that is not a good sign. Corey Foote, I believe, is the backup. And it's going to be 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. As Givens on the run, hits Hunter. Cross body. What a throw by Givens on 1st and goal. Puts him at the 3-yard line. Hunter's 7th catch of the game. Now it's a 2nd and goal from the 3. Hands the ball off to Drew Stevens, who walks into the end zone. Touchdown Huskies. We got a little bit of life in this one, as we'll keep Donovan Wheeler in the game. He was our starting left guard. I think Simon Matthews is our right guard, so I've been confusing the two, as they're both new to the team. But Huskies will go with an onside kick here. Try and get the ball back. But the Commanders do end up getting it, and see if this defense could get a 3 and out, stop them quickly. It's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 47. As Bowers just able to outrun pretty much everybody down to the 18. Had a couple of players trying to get an ankle tackle, just unable to do so. It's now going to be a 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Bunch to the right for Larson. They are going to pass the ball here, but it's just going to be a quick check down, as Gage and Green able to bring down the receiver on the play. It's going to be a 2nd and 3 from the 11 now. See what this Huskies defense could do. They could stop them from getting into the end zone. As Bowers breaking tackle after tackle, finally pushed out by Wilcox. Gonna be a 3rd and 3 from 11-yard line. They go with a stretch play, and Dylan wraps him up, but he ends up getting the first. That one will pretty much all but do it. It's 1st and goal from the 7 now. Great play by CJ Hunter on that one, shedding and trying to punch that ball loose to give him any type of hope. 2nd and goal now from the 8-yard line. Is Dylan able to stop him there? And injury timeout will force Washington to run one more play. It's going to be a draw play. But Dylan and Wilcox able to tackle Buchanan for only a gain of 1. And the Commanders, doubt they kick this, but do hold on to win. They do kick it. That's crazy. They end up winning 17-30, running up the score with no time left. As the Huskies just struggled too much in this one with the back-to-back turnovers. A decent game for Givens. Wasn't the greatest, wasn't the worst. Drew Stevens with a great game on the ground. Have to get him the ball more. Hunter with a good game, 7 for 86. Connor Kelly, good game, 2 catches for 40. Damian with 2 key drops. Same with Hunter. Hunter had 2 key drops as well for only 1 of 34. Jason Blacklock, I don't think he played all game long because of the injury. Had to kind of like lean him back or work his way back to playing more snaps. But 2 catches for 17. Says no sacks given up. It might have been a QB given sack then. Dillon and McMillan led the team in tackles. Tackle for loss for CJ, Johnson, Shane, and Wiggins. No sacks. Couple of drop picks. Green with a deflection. Wilcox with a deflection. No forced fumbles. That one will do it for this one. Huskies go down 17-30. Fall to 0-2. And I'll see y'all in week 3. Peace.